Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manodvistam Sapitam Jena Bhutalen Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Yadatiswa Padantikam Vandeham Sri Gurun Sri Yuttapada Kamalam Sri Gurun Vaisnavancha Sri Rupam Savyajatan Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Orijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagano Lalita Sri Visakhan Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopisai Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Aprakanchana Gurangi Radhe Brindavanishwari Vrisavani Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vanchakol Pataru Vyascha Kripa Sandhubhyaye Pacha Patitanam Pavindivyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Srila Prabhupada ki Narottama Dasa ki Hare Krishna. Yesterday was the disappearance of Narottama Dasa. So we are hearing about him yesterday, so we want to continue. Hearing about Narottama Dasa. Are you tired? No. Okay, it is good to know. Now I will attempt to write something about Narottama Dasa's glories. I have already described how he installed his deities of Lord Gauranga and Sri Vallabhi Kant. There were 6 deities in Narottama Dasa's temple at Keturi. I was asked to describe how these deities were installed because I was personally present during their installation ceremony. When Janava Mata returned from Vrindavan after her second visit, she came to Keturi. I accompanied her at that time. When Narottama Das Thakura heard of Janava Mata's arrival, he came to see her eagerly. And both he and Ramachandra Kaviraj offered her their full dandavats. Then Janava Devi was taken to Narottama Das Thakura's house, where Janava Mata offered obeisances to Narottama's deities. Janava Mata became ecstatic to see Lord Gauranga and Vallabhi Kanta, and tears of love fell from her eyes. Finally, when she had been pacified, Janava Mata went to bed, then performed her daily worship of the Supreme Lord. Afterwards, she sat down and was offered prasad. That afternoon, Ramachandra Kaviraj and Narottama Das Thakura went to see Janava Devi and heard news of Vrindavan. Narottama Das Thakura shed tears as he listened to talk of his spiritual master. Janava conveyed Gopal Bhatt Goswami's blessings to Ramachandra Kaviraj, and he also began to cry while remembering his guru's lotus feet. Janava Devi happily remained at Keturi for a few days and then went to Jajigram. Srinivasacharya was there, and as soon as he heard the news of her arrival, he welcomed her with enthusiasm. Srinivasacharya offered his obeisances to Janava Mata and then brought her to his house. After bathing and having her meal, she also told Srinivasacharya the news from Vrindavan and conveyed Gopal Bhatta Goswami's blessings. After staying at Jajigram for a few days, Janava Mata went to Kadadaha, where she was joyfully received. Meanwhile, at Keturi, Narottama Das Thakura began to experience unusual feelings. One day after the evening arati, Narottama Das Thakura stood before the deities, gazing at them for a long time. He suddenly realized that they did not have consorts. He thought, will that auspicious day come when I will see the lords with their consorts by their side? I will be most happy to see them like that in my temple. Yes, our tradition, we don't worship only Krishna. We worship Radha and Krishna. That's complete. Juga. So not only that's what has dated word, it's 111. So as we're looking at the deities, looking at the deity means what? We're communicating. We're communicating. So he was able to realize there's no consort here. They're telling out of that's a crowd. We need the consort. So he got the message. So now he is contemplating how to execute that order. Finally, Narottama Das Thakura decided to install more deities along with their consorts. Let my eyes be satiated and my mind purified by seeing Lord Krishna's family. When will that day come when I will become fully absorbed in Lord Krishna's family affairs? Just thinking about the new deities, Narottama became ecstatic. That night, Lord Goranga and Vallabhi Kanta appeared in his dream. Oh, Narottama, your desire will be fulfilled. He wanted to install more deities and thus have a bigger family of Krishna. So this will be done. It is my duty to fulfill my devotees' desires. You are my great devotee. So your desire will certainly be fulfilled. So all the thing we need is to become a devotee, and everything will come automatically. Our difficulty is lacking devotion for Krishna. Restlessness means no Krishna consciousness. Restlessness. Krishna told Narada Muni, Naham Vaikunta Aham Tistanti Vaikunta. Na Aham. I am not in Vaikunta. And Yogina Hridaya, Yogina. Na Hridaya. Na Yogina Hridaya. If you go to the heart of the yogis, you will not see me there. Why Krishna specifically mentioned yogi? Why didn't he mention all living entities? Because Varugita told us what? Ishwara Sarva Bhuteshwari Deshu Arjuna Tishtati. I am in the heart of all living entities. Why Krishna mentioned not all living entities? He mentioned yogis. Because the yogis are the ones who are trying to capture Krishna in the heart through meditation. And Krishna says that's a waste of time. That's a waste of time. Those who are struggling, what about those who are not? Forget about that. Those who are struggling for thousands, Brahma said for thousands and millions of years, they have not gotten me. So Krishna says, see, don't waste your time to go and look for me in Vaikuntha. Don't waste your time to go and look for me in the heart of the yogis. Where will you look for me? When my devotees are gathered together and doing what? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. That is where Krishna is. Krishna is with devotees. So if you go to Vaikuntha now, Narayan is not there. Narayan is not there in Vaikuntha. So the Lord contradicts himself. Is it not? The Lord is contradicting himself. How can you say no? I'm not in Vaikuntha. Who said that? Is it me or Krishna? He's talking to Narada Muni. Krishna is talking to Narada Muni. Narada Muni travels everywhere. He's not talking to everybody. He's talking to Narada Muni. You go everywhere. Don't go and look for me in Vaikuntha. We have heard many times that the Muni went to Vaikuntha and he was cleaning Vaikuntha. There's no death in Vaikuntha, but Narada was cleaning out of intense desire to get mercy on Lord Narayan. He was cleaning until Lakshmi Devi noticed him. This we have heard. And then Lakshmi Devi was saying, who is doing this? Nobody said anything. Who is doing this thing? Nobody came out. Just like that from Dasa. He was cleaning his guru's toilet. Never in the public. Never in the public. Nobody sees him. This is a process. Meaning, we should not be mityacharas. We shouldn't be mityacharas. You should be a genuine devotee, not a pretender. A pretender will never get Krishna. So, Narada Muni, Narottama Das Thakura, they did their devotional service from their heart. They didn't do their devotional service expecting glorification, expecting some reward. No, they did it to please Krishna. And that shows on Vaikuntha. Vaikuntha is really clean. What is the need to clean anything there? Cleaning means that the Narada Muni's intensity to serve become manifest, that Lakshmi Devi notice it. And then out of joy, out of happiness, she shouted, anyone who is doing this thing, I'm ready to give him or her whatever the person desires from me. And the one missed. It is me. Madam, it is me. Yeah, servant, Narada. So, what do you want? Narayan Mahaprasad. Mahaprasad. And Lord Narayan has warned her, don't give my prasadam to anybody. As soon as the Muni mentioned that, like Devi's heart caught. Do you feel like that sometimes? something terrible will happen. Lakshmi Devi feel that also. Narayan warned me not to give his Mahaprasada, and I've given promise. What to do? Hard cut. Hey, what to do? If someone give you a blank check to sign, don't sign it. If somebody give you a recommendation letter, an empty letter for you to sign before you write the recommendation, don't sign it. It's risky. You don't know what he's going to write there. You can close your account. What happened to last week? Now they wouldn't close our bank account. When they discover that there's nothing in the account, hey, what happened to me? The account is the letter you signed, the check you signed. In Nigeria, if someone is still your empty ATM card, what happened? Finish. It's empty. So Lakshmi Devi was disturbed. Hey, what am I going to do now? I promised Narada Muni and Narayan. So, because when the mind is disturbed, you can't do anything peacefully. So as she was doing her service of massaging the feet of the Lord noticed that there's no bliss in it. She was giving pain to them because inattentive service does what? You give pain. You're going to attend to the deity and their mind is not there. You forget a handkerchief. Right? Or you offer lamb first before the incense. That means the mind is not there. Your body is standing there, but you are not there. Yes. Right? But yeah, something is disturbing your mind and you're having a discussion with somebody, but your mind is disturbed. Will you hear the discussion? No. The person will notice that. I'm talking since there's no response. Because he's not hearing. The mind is disturbed. So Lord Narayan noticed, my wife is not giving me pleasure today. Massage is painful. What is happening? So he asked, what is wrong? What is happening? Lakshmi Devi was trembling. So what happened? Tell me. Just tell me. They say, my Lord, you told me not to give your Mahaprasad to somebody. Say, yes, I remember I told you that. I didn't forget, I remember. And, have you noticed that our place is so bright, so effulgent, so extraordinary? Effulgent? Say, yes, I noticed that. Is your devotee Narada is doing that? What does he want? Your Mahaprasada. Okay. Give him. So Lakshmi Devi was able to give the Mahaprasadam by the permission to Narada Muni. And this happened where? Vaikunta. The same Narada Muni, the Lord is telling, I'm not in Vaikunta. No contradiction? You know contradiction? Seemingly. Apparent contradiction. Apparent means not really. Not really. It seems to be. It seems like that, but not really like that, apparent. So there's no contradiction. It is a fact that I tell you another thing. One man, he went to see, he went to visit his friend. And when he went there, he didn't see his friend there. He saw the security guard, they attended to him. So the next day when they met someone, he said, "Hey, my friend, I came to your house yesterday, I didn't see you." No, he didn't say that. I didn't see anybody. You understand? He saw a security guard who attended to him. But he said, "I went to your house, I didn't see anybody." He saw a security who told him the friend was not there. They attended to him. But I didn't see anybody. It means I didn't see you that I'm looking for. It is you I'm looking for, and since I didn't see you, I didn't see anybody. So here, Lord Krishna is saying, if you go to Vaikuntha, you will not see me, means that Krishna is appreciating and glorifying his devotees, the position of his devotees. He is so exalted that Krishna said, if you want to get me, don't go to Vaikuntha. By the way, how can you go to Vaikuntha? Without the devotees? That's what Krishna is teaching. You want to go to Vaikuntha, you should go through the devotees. And when you meet devotees, what would they do? What do you see devotees doing? Bodhayantas parasparam. That's devotee. Bodhayantas parasparam. My devotee, they sit together to talk about tea, brilliant tea. They always chant my glories, constantly chant my glories. Satatam Kritayantoma. They constantly chant my glories. That is why you see a devotee. Narottama does Thakura. Says Goswami, what did you see them? When you meet them, what do you see them do? Here, you are seeing that Janava Mata returned from Vrindavan. What's he doing? Everywhere he went, with the Srinivasa Acharya, he's talking about Gopal Bhatta Goswami to his disciple. Right? He made it Narottama Dasakura. He's talking about Lokanath Goswami Maharaj. See, when devotees meet, this is what they discuss. If we are devotees. If we are devotees. When we meet, we should
discuss devotion.
Talk about Krishna. That is natural even here in the material world. When the lawyers meet, would they talk about mathematics? Lawyers. Eh? They would talk about law. That is their nature. Right? If you meet business people who sit down together, they were talking about football. No. They were talking about business. How business is going, the latest equipment they have gotten from whatever. Latest one. Right? So similarly, when devotees meet, see what is happening. And they are all, the moment they had, the devotees has come. All others rush to come and do what? To come and hear. But the Goswamis. This is how you know a devotee who is making advancement is ready to hear. But we are very busy. Very, very, very busy. Not hearing about Krishna. We are busy not hearing about Krishna. We are busy Gramya Kata. That's a very unfortunate situation. Very unfortunate. Devotees, we have been warned by Rupa Goswami not to engage in prajalpa, Gramya Kata, unbeneficial discussion, prajalpa, unbeneficial. It does not benefit those who are talking, doesn't benefit those who hear. Very dangerous and risky. So here they are talking about Krishna, about Krishna devotees. This is the culture of devotees, the culture of Bhakti, that we come together to hear about devotees, about Krishna. This is how we become Krishna conscious. If we want to chant the holy name purely, if we want to do pure devotional service, we should associate with devotees, especially the devotees who are very experienced in it. Therefore, our chariots and our scripture warn us, if you want to transcend the threefold misery, Narottama said what? You meet a senior person, do what? Worship him. Don't be envious. You should worship him. You meet equal devotee, you should not do what? You should not be proud. You should make friendship. You should make friendship. Don't be proud. You should make friendship. You should allow the person to talk, to tell us. We should listen and learn from them. And if we meet our junior, what to do? Don't exploit them, but show compassion by introducing Krishna consciousness to whomever we meet. This is the tradition our acharyas led for us. So Narottama is communicating with the deities. And the Lord responded, I fulfill all the desires of my devotees. Narottama, just look, I have manifested myself in 6 different deities along with my consort. Instantly, the Lord showed him already, see, I already manifested my consort. See, look around. What did he see? He saw that in his order already. The deity already showing how they're going to manifest before they actually come to the altar. You should install these 6 pairs of deities in your temple. Their names are Gauranga, Vallabhikanta, Sri Krishna, Braj Mohan, Radha Raman, and Radha Kanta. Oh, Narottama, I enjoy staying at your house as Gauranga and Vallabhikanta. Now, these 2 deities will cease to exist. Understand? Gauranga and Vallabhikanta will cease to exist because they have no consort. Gauranga is a sannyasi, so he have no wife. So he will not be here. He will be different. Now, these 2 deities will cease to exist, and you will find your temple room empty. When you install the 6 pairs of deities, the 2 original deities will merge into the newly installed Gauranga and Vallabhikanta. I will eternally reside in these 6 deity forms. Anyone who has darshan of these deities will attain liberation. This idol? No. I'm asking, is it idol? No. This is deity. Yeah? Talking. They're talking. This is deity, not idol. Then the Lord disappeared, and Narottama Thakura awoke, greatly astonished. Indeed, he was overcome with ecstatic love because of having seen the Lord face to face. An hour or 2 later, Mangalacarana began in the temple, and Narottama Thakura and Ramachandra Kaviraj waited for the pujari to open the deity's door. What happened? When the pujari finally did so, everyone was shocked to see the deity room empty. Right? How will you feel? Everybody will be suspecting. That is far. That is far. Who's the first person to suspect? Pujari. I've been wondering. This is not prayer, Prabhu. I've been wondering since. What? I don't understand. You see, Prabhu. You see? Or the next question is Temple President. You see? These people. These people. Yes. Because of them, our temple, deities are gone. But I won't think also that I'm part of the temple. It's only two people. I may be the one, but I'm accusing the other people. But these devotees, they didn't do like that. Real devotees, what did they do? Real devotees, what did they do? They will go inside. They will go inside to communicate with the deity. What happened? Why did you disappear? Yes. They will take it upon themselves. It's real devotees. But the Lord had already informed Narottama, I'm going to cease to exist. Until when you install the new deities, they will become one. So everyone was disturbed. Only Narottama was composed, was peaceful. Ramachandra, Kaviraj, and the other devotees began to lament, thinking the Lord had disappeared forever. Narottama Thakura, however, tried his best to pacify the devotees, while revealing privately to Ramachandra Kaviraj what had taken place in his dream the previous night. He ordered Ramachandra to make elaborate arrangements for grand abhishek for 6 pairs of deities and to bring Srinivasa Acharya from Vishnupura so that they could act under his direction, under his guidance. In the meantime, Narottama Thakura then instructed the Pujari to continue his worship of Gauranga and Vallabhi Kanta in their forms as Salagram sealers until the new deities were installed. Later that day, Narottama Thakura received a letter telling him that Srinivasa Acharya had gone to Vrindavan. Narottama Thakura was happy to hear this, and he sent Ramachandra Kaviraj to go to Vrindavan to find Srinivasa. Srinivasa Acharya is who? Chaitanya Prabhu. Narottama Thakura is Nityananda. So Nityananda is sending for Chaitanya Prabhu to come, so they can have the deity installed under his direction. Not whimsical, it's under the direction. Ramachandra Kaviraj departed on an auspicious day, and on the same day, Narottama Thakura left for Nilachal. When he arrived in Puri, Narottama took darshan of Lord Jagannath and then visited all the places associated with Lord Chaitanya's pastimes. Then he went to Gopi Vallabha Pura and met Shyamanand Prabhu. Shyamanand Prabhu is Advaita Acharya. A few days later, he returned to Bengal, stopping in Kadada, Santipur, Ambikakarna, Navadvip, Katwa, and Ekachakra before finally returning to Keturi to install the deities. Then one night he dreamed he saw the 6 deities along with their consorts. I can't tell you how happy Narottama Thakura was to see the deities. When his dream broke, he awoke and cried in ecstasy for the rest of the night. The next morning, Narottama Thakura made up his mind to have the deities carved without delay. He arranged for a huge block of marble and the sculptors to do the work. Soon, he had 6 pairs of deities. The 5 Krishna deities were very beautiful, but Narottam was not satisfied with the deity of Gauranga. Yet, every time the sculptors tried their best to improve the carving, they were unsuccessful. Narottam began to worry about whether he had committed some fault. He began to loudly cry out for Gauranga. Then one night, the Chaitanya appeared in his dream. My dear Narottam, please listen attentively to what I have to say. You will not be able to carve my deity nicely, no matter how hard you try. I am not going to manifest myself as this deity because another deity already exists. Before I accepted the sannyas order, I had a deity of me carved. No one knew about it because I immersed it in the Ganges. Because you are dear to me, I will now reveal where this deity can be found. Search for it in the grain storage room of a devotee named Vipra Das. Vipra, you should go and bring this deity to your temple for worship. So Chaitanya disappeared from Narottama Das Thakura's dream, and the next morning, after performing his regular duties, Narottama Das Thakura inquired about the whereabouts of Vipra Das. He discovered that Vipra Das was a rich grain merchant who lived in the area. Apparently, he dealt in rice and other grains and mustard. Narottama Das went immediately to his house and offered his obeisances. Vipra Das asked, "What can I offer you?" Narottama replied, I would like to see your granary. That is not possible because it is filled with poisonous snakes. No one dares to even go near the granary. Even I do not go, although I have much rice paddy stored there. Do not worry, I will go. All the snakes will leave. As soon as I go there, the snake will leave. Don't worry about snakes. Vipra Das agreed to take him. Narottama went to the granary. To everyone's surprise, the snakes vanished. Narottama Das Thakura found the deity of Lord Gauranga inside the granary. And when he came out carrying it, all the simple people felt relieved. From that day on, there was no more reason to fear snakes at Vipra Das granary. After witnessing this miracle, Vipra Das and his family took shelter at Narottama Das Thakura's lotus feet. Narottama then returned to Keturi with the deity of Lord Gauranga. The deity was so attractive that it captivated everyone's heart. Indeed, whoever had seen Lord Chaitanya when he was present in this world said the deity was none different from him. Narottama Das Thakura was anxious, however, because he had not received word from Srinivasacharya. Finally, the letter arrived saying that Srinivasacharya and Ramachandra Kaviraj had gone to Vishnupura and from there to Kadadaha, and then on to Ambikakarna by way of Santipur. From Ambikakarna, Srinivasacharya and Ramachandra Kaviraj had gone to Jajigram by way of Navadip. From there, they had proceeded to Katwa, where they had taken darshan of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They had then spent a few days in Katwa and then gone to Telia Budri. Katwa is where Chaitanya took sannyas. When Narottama Das Thakura heard that Srinivasacharya and Ramachandra Kaviraj were in Telia Budri, he personally went there to greet them. Narottama Das Thakura offered his obeisances to Srinivasacharya, who embraced him with affection. Ramachandra Kaviraj and Narottama Das Thakura then offered obeisances to one another. At this time, Govinda Kaviraj arrived, and the devotees all greeted him. The four then sat down to discuss the news from Vrindavan. The news from Vrindavan is about six Goswamis, about the Goswamis, not newspaper. It's Goswamis. They sat down to discuss. As soon as they sat down together, they discussed news from Vrindavan. News from Vrindavan is not about business. This is about Radha Krishna, the Goswami, the devotees. That is the news. You won't get anything from Vrindavan apart from this. Vrindavan means Radha and Krishna. Narottama Das Thakura informed Srinivasacharya of the installation of the deity and how he had received the Gauranga deity by the Lord's mercy. Everyone was ecstatic to hear this story, and they glorified Narottama Das Thakura for having received such favor. Who will not attend this ceremony? Who will not? This kind of deity is talking always. Yes. Srinivasacharya said, "Oh, Narottama, you should go to Keturi with all the devotees and make arrangements for a grand Abhisheka. I will soon come there myself." Narottama Das Thakura returned to Keturi and entrusted each devotee with a particular responsibility. Each devotee with no devotee was idle. Every devotee was fully engaged in something. That is a festival. Not to go and gossip. Festival means we're going to engage in service to the Lord and the devotees. That's how you get the blessing. So you get the mercy. He sent out invitations to all the Gora Bhaktas, wherever they might be. After such consideration, he decided to install the deities on the full moon day of Falguna. Full moon day of Falguna. That is February. Who appeared in February? Who appeared in February? Falguna. Who appeared in February? Okay, full moon is the Lord didn't, even the moon is not complete. The appearance will make it complete. Anytime the Lord appeared, whatever it is, it will be adjusted. The moon will become full. Krishna's appearance, Ashtami, it was not auspicious. But the man was thinking, my Lord is appearing, why should I leave? So he stayed back. So the moon became full. It was not full. So sometimes people will joke, but I said I would joke with Krishna. But Krishna appeared in inauspicious time. That's why he had bad character. That is nakshatra calculation. You know a person by the stars that appear, demon or rakshasa, or a divine person. But when Krishna appeared, everything is auspicious. Everything will perfectly adjusted. As the festival drew near, devotees began to perform kirtan day and night. Can we learn this? Eh? Can we learn this? So much so that even the atheists took notice. Among the devotees who attended this festival were Srinivasacharya, Ramachandra Kaviraj, Govinda Kaviraj, Vyasa Charya, Krishna Vallabh, Divya Simha, Prema Nanda, Karnapura, Vamsidas, Shyamdas, Gopal Das, Gokul, Rasikananda Prabhu, Murari, Shyamanand Prabhu, Janava Mata, Veera Chandra Prabhu, Madhavacharya, Ganga, Krishna Das, Surya Das, Raghupati, Murari, Chaitanya Das, Sri Jiva Pandita, Nrisimha, Gauranga Das, Kamalakara, Pipalai, Meena Ketan, Ramdas, Sankara, Kanai, Narayan, Sanatan, Naukadi, Manohar, Gopal, Vrindavan, Ramasena, Damodara, Gyandas, Kumuda, Pitambar, Ramachandran, Nrisimha, Haladara, Nayanan Bhaskar, Raghunatacharya, Hridaya Chaitanya, Achyutananda, Kanu Pandit, Vishnu Das Charya, Janardanan, Kamadev, Vanamalidas, Purushottam, Sripati, Srinidhi, Jadunandan, Raghunandan, Lochan Das, Shivananda, Vaninath, Sri Hari, Acharya, Gita Mishra, Kasinath, Bhagavad Acharya, Nayananda, Pushpa Gopal, Dhruvananda, Prabhu Mishra, Uddhava, and Jagannath. All the devotees of Sri Krishna Chaitanya gradually arrived at Keturi from wherever they happened to reside. Narottama Das Thakura respectfully greeted everyone and arranged comfortable places for them to stay. Govinda Kaviraj and Santosh were put in charge of making arrangements for the devotees arriving at the festival. After arriving, a devotee was given nice prasadam. After which, he was shown to his residence so that he could rest. One night, Narottama Das Thakura dreamt that Lord Chaitanya had informed him that he would appear during the next day's Sankirtan and dance in front of everyone. The next morning, Narottama Das Thakura bathed and then joyfully made arrangements for the Abhisheka. He was in happy mood because he knew the Lord will appear and personally dance in the kirtan that day. How will you feel?
Ecstatic.
Huh?
Ecstatic.
The Spiritual is coming to a dream. Tomorrow festival, I'll be there in the kirtan. How will you feel? You will not want the night to continue. You want it to end now. Let the day come so that the kirtan will continue. Srinivasacharya went to Janava Mata and received her permission to begin the Abhishek. Narottama Das Thakura also took permission from the other devotees. Can we learn this also? Can we learn this is a process? What happened? Srinivasacharya went to Janava Mata and received her permission to begin the Abhishek. You know the whimsical thing. Everything is based on mercy. Narottama Das Thakura also took permission from the other devotees. Tears of ecstatic love filled his eyes, and he prayed, O Gauranga, Vallabhikanta, Sri Krishna, Braj Mohan, Radha Mana, Radha Raman, and Radha Kanta, please bestow your mercy upon this fallen soul. Thus, it came to be that Narottama Das Thakura installed the 6 pairs of deities after performing Abhisheka on the full moon day of Falguna. All the devotees felt great ecstasy to see the deity's exquisite beauty, and everyone chanted, Jai! 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 As the demigod showered flowers from the heaven. The atmosphere became so charged with ecstasy, and the sweet sound of the kirtan was enhanced by the various musical instruments that accompanied it. Many Brahmanas recited Vedic mantras. The day was auspicious because it was holy, as well as Gaura Purnima. Holy means Gaura Purnima. The devotees worshipped the deities along with chanting the 10-syllable Gopal mantra. After the Abhisheka, the deities were offered arati. Narottama Das Thakura floated in an ocean of ecstasy as he offered his repeated obeisances to his beloved lords. Srinivasacharya then ordered the devotees to begin the Bhoga offering. Srinivasacharya divided the food into 6 parts and then offered it to the deities. After some time had passed, he offered the deities achaman and betel nuts and then opened the temple door. Janava Mata entered the temple room and offered her obeisances to the deities along with all the assembled devotees. And each person gazed at the deities to his full satisfaction. Janava Mata then blessed Srinivasacharya with great affection and asked him how he worshipped the Gauranga deity. Srinivas replied, I worship Lord Gauranga by chanting the Radha Krishna mantra according to the orders of the Vrindavan Goswamis. They instructed me to worship Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with this particular mantra, along with the 10-syllable Gopal mantra. Janava Mata was pleased to hear this because he understood that Lord Chaitanya was none different from Sri Radha Krishna. While Janava Mata and Srivas were speaking, Narottama Das Thakura approached them and offered his obeisances with gratitude. He then offered his obeisances to all the devotees, and in response, the devotees warmly embraced him, praising him for his achievement. Janava Mata then ordered Srinivasacharya to offer the deities prasada flower, garlands, and sandalwood paste to the devotees. As all the devotees were thus being worshipped, they requested Narottama Das Thakura to begin the kirtan. Narottama joyfully chanted the Lord's holy names while Devi Das played mridanga and Gauranga Das played karatas. The devotees, headed by Vallabha and Gokul, responded with sweet singing. Indeed, All the devotees joined in this great Sankirtan by loudly chanting the Gauranga's name. Then they sang a song describing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's internal meditation in the mood of Sri Radha. Narottama Das Thakura's voice was so sweet that it attracted Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's heart. Unable to remain apart from his dear devotee, the Lord appeared in the Sankirtan along with his associate. Such is the power of a pure devotee service to the Lord. Narottama Das Thakura ki jai. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Any comments? Questions? Some questions? Comments? Yes. Yes, bro.
Thank you, Maharaj, for narrating such a wonderful pastime. And the kind of pastime that begins the introduction of the Pujari. Because Pujari means you should be able to communicate with deities, not just, Prabhupada said that which is just they are waving paraphernalia, that is idol worship. Yeah. So that I was wondering, you mentioned that in this very festival, how different devotees from different parts of the world
They came together.
So I was wondering how the kind of communication, because as of that time there was no cell phone. And yet none of them they come. So how was that possible?
Very good. Very, very good. There were no cell phone to communicate, and they are not staying in one temple. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. No letter was written to them. Right. So that was the means of communication that time. The same thing when Bhishma they were leaving the body. People came from different, not only in India, from all different parts of from Germany. From Germany, people came. How did they get it? And how did they come also? Not only how they get the news, but how did they come? What it means? Lufthansa was there in Germany that time. That time, if there is a meaning even to this word civilization, it was that time, not now. Civilization was there. But people were very advanced. They communicate. Sutra Goswami was speaking to 880,000 people. It was microphone. How you communicate with 880,000 people? Even from here to there, they would say, "We are not hearing." 80,000 people. How did they communicate? There's no microphone, no horn speaker to blast the area. Even if you get the horn speaker today, how will you get to 880,000 people? So the same thing, Sukadeva Goswami, when he was speaking, there's no microphone. Large amount of devotee, huge crowd. How do they communicate? The communication with spiritual is the heart communication. It's the heart. Just like Narottama Das Thakura, he should look at it. He has a deity for a long time. But today he's not looking at the deities and he's they don't have consort. That's not the first day he'll be worshiping. I mean, worshiping for why today? When the deity is communicating. The deity is telling him, look. So he looked. Oh, he had been looking at the altar since he is worshiping. Was he looking today more than before? That is contemplation, and it's come from the heart. The Lord communicates from the heart, and then it will come out. That was the means. They were divine, spiritual, so they were communicating to the heart. The super soul was doing the network. That's the network of heart. all the communication was going on. That was civilization. That was technology. That was its life. And all of them, they came together, all have been given a place to say, all have prasadam, all have service to do. Everyone. This is festival. So we should learn how to communicate from the hearts. When a devotee is very fortunate to get communication from his spiritual master through the heart, those communication, it doesn't leave the heart. The verbal one may leave the heart, but the internal communication doesn't leave the heart. It stays there. Because it's a super soul who is doing that. So that's how they were communicating. And they were using air as a vehicle. Understand? They use air as a vehicle. That is the air that takes them to wherever they're going. They're floating. They're not walking. They're floating. That's how they travel. Today we have to use a mechanical way to see in a vehicle and thinking, look at my car. Look at my car. Which car? Eh? Peter Maharaj car uses fuel. Peter Maharaj's car, does he use fuel? Do you use need a pilot? Once you put on the shoe, is the super soul directing the airplane where you want to go? It's where you want to go. It's like going there. There's no mistake, missing the road, accident. You go directly there. This is civilization. So we're very degraded, really degraded. That's why things are very clumsy, no direct. I tell you, everything was very clear, simple. People travel very easily with the mind. Yeah, thank you for a nice question. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Madam. My question is similar to Babu Rama, which when we were narrating the pastime of the Lord, you made us believe that last month you gave the Dasa that Krishna says should not give to Narottama. And after that, she became uncomfortable. Even when he was massaging the feet of Krishna, he was very uncomfortable. Krishna noticed and asked a question: why is he behaving in that manner? But my question here is now our own belief, maybe it could be wrong, that Krishna knows everything, he sees everything. Even before it happens, he knows.
Yes.
Why should we ask last month before he realized what she did?
Yeah, thank you. This is what we call pastimes.
Drama.
Yes, if he didn't do this, what will you hear? If you become a devotee, nothing for you to hear, what will you hear? So Krishna has to create something for us to hear so that we remain connected with him. So, with Krishna. So pastimes of Krishna. He performed all these activities for our benefit. Right? Yes. That's the reason why all these things are taking place.